This is Reactions to Actions. Today I'm going to be reacting to the whole ordeal with Haley and DDG about, Halle claims DDG abused and attacked her multiple times and gets restraining order. So we're going to get into the report via TMZ, credits to TMZ. So let's get into it. It says Halle Bailey says she had enough of DDG allegedly abusing her. She filed a police report and now she wants court order protection from the father of her child, TMZ has learned. In docs filed Tuesday in LA, she claims things first got physical in January. They broke up back in October. And Haley says DDG came over to pick up their son, Halo, and she tried to start a convo with the rapper about a child visitation schedule. As she was buckling Halo into the car seat, she claims DDG grew agitated and repeatedly said, "Get out of my car," bitch. Haley says that baby was crying and she got nervous about DDG leaving with him in such an agitated state. That's when they allegedly started wrestling with DDG, pulling her hair, slamming her face on his steering wheel, and chipping her tooth. Haley says she was in pain and crying. Although that stopped the fighting, she was still worried about Halo, so she remained in the car for the ride over to DDG's house, where she told his family what happened. And as you can see here, here's the picture with the broken tooth. Now, DDG fans are definitely going in on Haley, saying that that's not even her picture, that's her sister's picture. Then they said that they were saying something about, she's been had the chip tooth. So it's a lot going on. Like, DDG's fan base is not happy with what's transpired. But let's continue. Once they told her they'd take care of the baby, she left hysterical and with bruises on her arms to go along with her chipped tooth. She attached photos of her alleged injuries in her request for a restraining order. She also alleged DDG creeped her out in March when he showed up at her home, entered without permission, went to her bedroom and texted a picture of Haley's empty bed to her along with the text, "Now I know what you've been on," laugh out loud. Haley says she interrupted the text as DDG accusing her of having, with other people. 4 days later, she claims he really exploded when he came back to her house. Haley told him she and the baby were sick and she didn't want Halo to leave alone. And she claims that when he got verbally abusive, smashed her Ring camera and ran away with Haley's phone. As he drove off, she claimed DDG threw the phone out his window and yelled to her, "Go get it, bitch." The incident prompted Haley to go file a police report, and she says she also has Ring footage to back up her side of the story. It was also around the time DDG claimed on X he'd been fighting to see Halo for months. And then these are some messages. So for Haley, though, the final straw came just last week when she says she was vacationing with Halo and her sister in St. Lucia. She says DDG texted her link to social media posts claiming she was on the island with singer Brent Faiyaz. I don't even know who that is. And these are the pictures right here. Like, it just seemed like he's spazzing out. He's spazzing, okay? And Haley replied, "Not with any man out here. I wouldn't do that. I have Halo. Please let me enjoy my Mother's Day in peace. I hope you are okay and feel better soon." The judge granted Haley a domestic violence restraining order requiring DDG to stay 100 yards away and gave her permission to take nearly 18-month-old Halo to Italy, where she'll be filming a movie for 2 months. Okay, DDG also has to stop posting or streaming about her and her child. Halle claims her ex has been whipping his fans into a frenzy by trashing her when he live streams. And we've reached out to DDG camp, no word back yet, according to TMZ. Listen, I'm just gonna say this. So before, like, Haley went public with DDG, She was telling people to mind their business. It's her relationship. And then DDG also was dating or was in a situationship with a previous girl. And she's known to be, a, for lack of a better terms, out there with her, lady parts. And she claimed that DDG abused her as well. But Halle took his side, DDG's side. So I think it's very ironic how now she is claiming the same thing now that they have broken up. I think females need to take heed of what previous females are saying, even though they may be in a relationship with that particular man. I would not speak on what has happened in a relationship prior to me because I don't know, and I think you should be very careful with that when you are, taking sides with the person you're dating just because you guys are together. I wouldn't speak on that. And then now it's ironic she's going through a similar situation. But you guys, it's crazy out here. What do you guys think about this whole situation with Halle and DDG? I think it's a mess, and I find it so ironic how a lot of these women are getting in domestic violence relationships. It's like people do not know how to control their emotions. Like, if you're not emotionally intelligent, please do not get in a relationship because you need time to work on you. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of trauma that has happened to that person, a lot of baggage that they're bringing into relationships, and then they can't, control their emotions, so they're putting hands on, people. They also said that Halle, these are DDG friends that has been around, said that Halle was abusing DDG. She would just go off on him and she would punch him and they would be fighting each other. So I don't know, but if you're in a relationship, keep your hands to yourself, period. Okay guys, courtesy of BET website, there's an update after, Halle reported and was granted the restraining order on DDG. Halle Bailey granted temporary custody of son following accusations against DDG. The actress singer was issued a restraining order against her son's father, streamer and rapper DDG. A legal update has been made in Halle Bailey's, I don't know if it's Haley. I think it's Halle. But let's continue. Halle Bailey's restraining order against DDG, the father of her 16-month-old son, Halo. In a People report published on May 15th, it was revealed that Bailey was granted temporary custody of Halo, asking a judge to disallow DDG to have visitations. The actress-singer also asked that DDG, real name Daryl Granberry, and Halo have 6-hour supervised visits in Los Angeles. Bailey also asked the court to bar the streamer and rapper from taking their son outside of Los Angeles County. Additionally, Bailey has requested an order to forbid DDG from child abduction, claiming that there have been times that he's been uncooperative in co-parenting. The Little Mermaid star also wants the judge to order that the Blame the Chat artist cannot travel with Halo without her written permission, along with his travel schedule, copies of his flight tickets, and address and phone number where he can be reached. The news arrives just days after Bailey accused DDG of physical and emotional abuse following their breakup last October. In one incident, Bailey claims that DDG slams her head into his steering wheel, which chipped her tooth. Bailey obtained a restraining order which requires DDG to keep 100 yards away from her. DDG is also prohibited from posting or streaming about their son indefinitely. So this is, courtesy of BET. They have a follow-up, and it looks like Halle has been granted, a temporary custody. Temporary custody over their son. So this is really sad because at the end of the day, their son is going to be the one who's paying for all of this stuff until they figure this thing out and how they get rid of their own personal feelings and make sure that the main focus is on the child, Halo. I think right now there's a lot of personal feelings that are going into it, both sides, that are causing the rift in, co-parenting and making sure that they're keeping their focus on their son, Halo. You guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like I stated, I think it's really sad. I pray that as time goes on, they heal from their own personal trauma and they put the child first. Alright guys, if you made it this far in the video, I really do appreciate you guys so much. And if it's God's willing, I will see you guys in the next one. Oh yeah, and be blessed and covered under the blood of Jesus.